little late. Missing my niece. Let me see what she wants.
Buffalo at Highmark
All
Stadium
right.
in Orchard Park. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You talk about this Jets defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Allen going to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Bills at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Play action. Now it's Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On play action, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. Taken in at the 11. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. When you look at this defense, they enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, nope.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now Allen. It's complete to Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield, because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space, as they did right there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Allen off the play fake. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Watson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third down and 13. From the gun, it's Allen. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap in quickly to their receiver. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
second and goal from the 6 this time. Back to the ground, Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Allen now on third and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football. And right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. On play action. Now Rodgers. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Cook. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. Cook. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. A solid stiff arm. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Allen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. To the right side and intercepted. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Now Rodgers. Open man Hamler, that's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Box it.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Second down in the yard. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a jet first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Hall again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A handoff for Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a give to Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Over the middle, complete. That's
Didn't even see him.
he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Jets 17, Bills 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9.
Alert, alert, alert!
Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field diving to grab it? No, he didn't. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen off the play fake. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
To the air, Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Allen again. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Throwing now is Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. George Kittle halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got some space here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 71 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On play action, Allen. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Alert! Look out!
A run. It's Watson. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Rondale Moore, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
2nd and 10. Here's Hall again. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Getting the ball is Cook running left.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second and 6 coming up. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. To throw is Allen.
Rolling to his right.
Oh.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Here's Allen. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Allen. They'll run with Watson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Again, they go with Watson.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing, Allen.
Left side, Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken a 4th quarter lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10.
Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Rodgers.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.